I basically spent all day on the neck without getting to the fretwork. I thought about procedure and what should be done first, and really, I basically thought that I need to get everything done that I don't want to do with the finish on the fretboard. So here I'm cleaning up the excess on the sides of the neck. Squeaky chair really pisses me off. Yeah, this was this was a little bit awkward to do. I always felt awkward with the router, but it did a great job. There's a little bump on the side of the neck. I spent too long cleaning that up. But yeah, things kind of have to be right. So if there's a lump, you have to take it out. And yeah, it's not that most of this is going to be there when it's done. It's just that the little bit that needs to be right needs the rest of it to be there to be right. So it's still, most of it's there. By the end of the day, I get the route for the top basically done. There's a lot of rough areas. I spent a lot of time leveling. I spent a lot of time checking to see if something was plumb, and square. So yeah, I spent a lot of time on the headstock. I got the headstock surfaced. It is level. The sides are pretty good. It's almost ready to be carved on the back side. The neck is almost ready to be two-dimensionally carved on the back side, which I'll probably do before the fretwork. Maybe I'll even shape it before, but maybe not. So I'll probably just do the cut the bulk out. But anyways, I mean, it was it was an all right day. I got bit up by bugs. It was very hot out today. I mess around with this until I can't stand it anymore, and I think I make a trap for it so I can't move. But yeah, I'm really trying to get more square and more level, and I'm trying not to go the wrong way with it, which you can always do, but with the block it's pretty easy. But then I'm using that sander a lot too, and there's a way that you can mind what you're doing with the orbital to where it will give you a flat surface. This walnut is very dry and brittle. It's not too awful brittle, but it's more brittle than walnut usually is. It's kiln dried, and it's got this weird thing to where it only wants to be chiseled from the side. I don't know if that's the curl. I think that's probably the curl in it, but I had to get really creative when I was chiseling stuff today. So tomorrow I hope to get to the fretwork. But yeah, I'm better off taking it slow and doing it right. I'm really worried about getting the final dimensions right and this thing being square when it's done. Good old 60 grit. I'm really happy the neck's not attached. It's very easy to work on it, even though it's, it moves around, and it's just a more of a joy to do than the last project, which was, it was a joy, but it's very hard to work on something with the body in your way. Still thinking about electronics, exactly what I'm going to do. This thing looks like it needs magnetics. Absolutely needs magnetics. This might be nickel silver strings. Tens. This is going to be the longer scale length now, so I think tens is as low as I can go. This is a real tricky thing, and I'm being very careful. It's really hard to get into some of these areas, and basically I do whatever I can. This is just a round file. These sanders are great. They suck because of the battery, but other than that, I mean, if they made this in a corded version that was balanced and easy to hold, I would rather have that. But it's very convenient. I like the battery tools for that. But yeah, this took a while, but I didn't want to mess it up. You know, I wanted it to be right. It's really good to do to completion the two-dimensional before you go to 3 dimensions. These frets are huge. Like they're big, big, big frets. The thing about the gold Evo is that I don't think that you could ever get those in jumbo. Like they were always the biggest that you could get was the size under jumbo, like medium jumbo or whatever the hell they call it. But these are as big as the jumbo stainless steels. Um, and so I think this is going to be more of an electric instrument. Um, they gave the specific dimensions, so I'm not really good at figuring out what something is, you know. But that's fine, you know. I was using the mediums for a while, but I guess I'll do a jumbo bronze fret. Gotta have your fun and take your breaks, you know. This guy is just a big gentle beast. I don't know if he's one of the twins or not, or if he's from outside of the family, but all those does are twins. You know, there's two of them. And they usually stick together. Like I see the two little ones that don't have the spots on all the time together, and I see the ones that are bigger than that together all the time. And then there was two sets of little baby fawns the other day. It's pretty cute. But yeah, he gets kind of the big doe kind of chases him around. Um, but she's not here right now, so. These guys are going to be pretty happy when the orchard matures, I'm sure. So I probably got another 2 days on the neck, and then I'm thinking a day to get it to the body, another day to carve, excuse me, the top, another day to carve the top, and I should be done by the end of the summer, sometime. Really trying to do the same thing as I did on the turtle boss, except I want to do it in less time. I really like these builds, and I don't want them to take 2 months. I want to be able to do them in like 2 weeks. So, like the last one I did that in 2 weeks. I mean, not that I'm trying to cheapen what I'm doing. It's just that, you know, you got to be able to do it in a reasonable amount of time. You got to be able to do it over and over again. And I don't know if I'll do custom orders. Maybe I'll do a batch at first. I'll just do 10 guitars, do them all the same. But then I don't know. Maybe the good thing about what I'm doing is I'm not doing that. You know, if you wanted something that's all the same, you'd go to the store. This guy's ready to be my lapdog. Like, seriously. He's making sure that he got everything. I've definitely seen a lot of wildlife the last couple of years. I remember when we moved up here, it was right when the after the DDT thing, and you would barely see any eagles or birds or anything, and the wildlife is kind of coming back. Not for long. I mean, they got that Monsanto stuff, and I'm sure a lot of people are spreading that stuff all around, but none of that stuff is worth it, you know. This took a little while, but it's key to getting everything right. I still got some excess room on the fretboard, so I can level and sand the side as much as I want. It's pretty close, and I just want it to be as accurate as possible because I want it to fit in, which I don't know how I'm going to do accurately. I thought maybe I'd just make the hole a little bit bigger and then sand it flush on the one side, put a shim on the other, you know, on the fingering side. But I don't know. I guess that would be like plan B. And maybe plan A should be just get it to fit perfectly. Which I think maybe the thing to do would have been to fit it for the fretboard, but that defeats other things procedurally. So I think a lot of this is just to get down the, you know, like I like to do the fretboards full size. I don't know why. I know they turn out better. I can see them better. I know what I did before and it wasn't that, and it wasn't better than what I'm doing now. So, the longer you run with a line, the more you can tell if it's off. So if you go an inch with a line, you might not be able to tell that it's off. But if you go a mile with that line, you'll for surely see what's wrong with the line, or how the line is off on an angle that it shouldn't be. With this thing, I mean, basically I got this almost jointed, like pretty much jointed with, but the thing that's going to be down the furthest is the tip that's down. So you're working with a round instrument, and as long as you keep that tip down in the middle, you'll curve it that little bit, and then at the end you just make it flat, and it flattens out perfectly. So it takes a while to work out technique, especially with power tools, but between the orbital and the block, I mean it's perfect. So, and it's ready. I'm a little bit worried about how much I should sand something before I glue it in. You're always fixing something around the glue line. But then I worry about how rough it is because it'll just hold the glue that much more. I mean, do I sand it up to 400 grit all the way up to where it's on the body? Here I'm just messing with it, taking a look at it, seeing where the pocket has to be. It's basically 24 fret access to this thing. I mean, you can go all the way up to the end of the fretboard. It should be something that's very nice to play. You should be able to get all the way up, but I don't know. I don't know how usable the notes are anyways. Like, I've seen people do some amazing things up on the second octave, and I've seen luthiers do some amazing ergonomic work. But you're always doing something that's counteracting something else. Like, if you push that cutaway back, you're throwing the balance off. You push it back far enough and you have a problem, you still need to make a balance. So, but then you can't have any shape that you want. So if the shape is going to be a guitar-like shape, and not some weird ergonomic shape, it's not always going to be the most comfortable in every situation. I mean, how comfortable do you need something to be sitting down? For the last decade, I just didn't sit down. I mean, really not at all. So having a guitar that functioned well sitting down it wasn't a big deal. I mean, of course, you don't want it off balance; it has to balance. But like the last guitar I built, like it doesn't really. It's not comfortable on your leg, but I mean, how much am I going to have the thing on my leg? Really, I should be standing up. And I probably shouldn't have it on my leg at all. So here we are. I think we're at the end here. This is kind of how I ended my day. I almost got this jointed, but I guess I'll pick it up tomorrow. Yeah, haven't messed it up yet. Kind of wondering how many pickups to put in there, what the electronics are going to be. Here's my buddy again. These guys kind of don't let me out of their sight. Like, there's always one of these guys in the woods, like, watching me. Sometimes there's just one in the yard, like, watching me through the window. Yeah. I'm like their golden child. But I don't know. I get the good shots, I guess. I should get like a salt lick. He's only going to have those for a couple more months, Then he's going to rub them off or rub the velvet off of them, and they're going to fall off. And It's weird, man. They grow back every single year. I just can't wrap my head around that. Like, how the hell does Mother Nature do its thing? I mean, every single year, that dude grows another set of horns. 5 years ago, you wouldn't have ever seen a buck around here. You just wouldn't. I think between the couple of neighbors I had, I mean, they would have been gone. See, he likes me. Yeah, he's afraid of that doe, though. That doe just chases the living shit out of him. Like, and she's smart. She knows. It's almost like she knows what I'm saying. Like, and she knows that I get mad at her, and she chases either the buck or one of the younger ones into the yard to coax me. But uh, there was a couple of them. I think he had either a brother or something, or just another buddy of his. But they would get together and fight a little bit. And now it's just him. But I mean, it's a shame to take them. I mean, it's a shame to trophy hunt. I mean, if you need to hunt, you should hunt for food. You should never let that go to waste. But you should these big guys, man. You should just leave them for the next year. This guy will be around. Hopefully, no one gets him. But yeah, take one of those twins, man. There's a lot of those does around. Like every single year, the one will have two, and then the two will each have two, and then those two will have four, and then I mean, there's a lot of them. There's only one of this guy. There used to be two bucks around, like I said, but I mean, this is the only swinging buck around. So as far as like horns interact like that, so maybe just let this guy live, you know? And yeah, he sticks around. Like you would have never seen this back in the day. Like when my dad was a kid, you would never see a deer in town. uh, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. One time I seen a bear. I think it was around this time of year, around like 4th of July, and actually the dog was right behind me, but then noticed that there was a bear right ahead of me, and chased the bear up a tree, and I chased the dog and ended up grabbing the dog and just running with the dog, even though the dog is 50 pounds, and so I just picked her up, and I ran as fast as I could, and I don't think my parents believed me, and that was before I recorded things, so yeah, these guys are pretty lucky. It's the only time I've ever seen a bear around here. It was right behind the house. I miss the dog, so yeah. uh, I haven't really named him. I guess I call him Old Buck, Big Old Buck, but really haven't given him a name. The other one I call Mama, but then they're all twins. It's like they're almost clones. You can tell by looking at their face. They got the same face. But anyways, this is the end. Thanks for watching.